friends, I'm Nancy Thompson with CreateWithNancy.com, and it's time for some creative ink. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and it's still another hot one today. So come on in. If you're new to my channel, say hello. Let me know where you're from, and let me know what you love about stamping. So I love sharing creative card ideas and other 3D things with you, and so I hope you come join me and say hello. Make sure, feel free to share my channel with your friends and hit the like and subscribe button as well. So I come live every Wednesday and Friday at approximately 3 p.m. I know I'm really late today. My desk was a total mess because I was doing some last minute samples that I should have had done. So we are going to get started because I am way late. So, okay, let's see. We'll get right here. So there we go. So today we are using the Changing Leaves bundle. It's a totally new online, it will be an online exclusive January 3rd, and demonstrators will be able to preview them. Well, demonstrators are able to pre-order them right now. So if you thought about being a demonstrator, now is still a great time for you to take advantage of that starter kit and get right in and order some of those new online exclusives. And I love this Changing Leaves bundle. It is going to be a popular one and just going to be so much fun. It's fun. I know, Carol, welcome. I know, it definitely is cooler in Florida, as who knows. I feel like June has been like a hot month for us the last couple of years, but we'll move on, right? We'll stay in with the air conditioning. Hi, Joan, welcome. So I love this. We're also going to be using the Simply Said stamp set. It's in the beginning of the catalog, and you can find it with like the ephemera stuff, and I love the simplicity of this stamp set. So, and then I want to tell you a little bit about the Paper Pumpkin. So if you're not a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, I talked about this in my newsletter, so if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, make sure you sign up and see all the details about that. The next one is July, comes out July 11th. The subscription period ends July 10th, and then they processes everybody's orders, and then it starts to get shipped. But this one has a specialty box, and there's 9 cards in this, 3 designs of each of the 9 cards. And they're kind of like a watercolory type design. And then they've started to have this celebrations, these add-on dies, and they're supposed to coordinate with all 3 months, so it's really cool. And this is one of the tutorials that was in my newsletter, so I hope you get to saw that. And I think this one was there too, you know. So these are the PDF tutorials that I've been creating with past lives. So, and then I also want to give a shout out for when you place a $50 or more order in my online store, then I send you a beautiful little thank you gift. And this is the June thank you gift. The May just went out earlier this week. I was a little bit behind on that. And so this one has 6 cards in it, and all the supplies are prepped for you. All you need to do is add your greetings, your adhesives, and ink. That's pretty much it. So let me give you a really quick preview, and then you also get a tutorial. And you're going to get a printout of all the 6 cards so you can see every single one of them. And these are absolutely beautiful, I think. I love this Wildleaf Flower designer paper, and it's beautiful. So you can get those 6 cards for free with a $50 order in my online store. And this is for U.S. residents only, okay? I'm moving things around because my desk is, as I said, a hot mess. So, and I might show that later on in another live, you know, after June. So we'll see. Okay. All right. So let's get going because I was having fun with that sketch. So it's really a fun sketch and I think worthwhile to share. Okay, so on Wednesday, we kind of talked a little bit about this color wheel. There will be one coming in sometime before the end of the year, I think, Stampin' Up! Has said. So it kind of really helps you with your colors. So I started to use this with today's cards. If you saw Wednesday, we kind of did this. We chose, I think I started with Poppy Parade. We were kind of going with the no, we weren't. Maybe I was doing complementary colors. What was I doing? I can't remember now. I think it was, I guess it was, no, that doesn't go complementary. I guess I was just kind of working with it. So anyways, maybe it was this one right here. Complementaries I did with this one. The Petunia, so I had moved it over to here. And then these are complementary. So it was the Berry Burst, Petunia, and the Bubble Bath, Petunia Pop, and the Bubble Bath that I used on this card right here that I showcased. So this is just a really fun stamp set. Okay, and the other thing I forgot to share with you when we're doing, I actually did some sponging on this envelope, and then here's the other one. And then this one I did do the direct to paper technique. So it's, you can kind of incorporate with a lot of different ways. You just really need to make sure when you're doing that direct to paper, you watch your fingers getting all ink, and give it time to dry too, because you're kind of saturating your cardstock a little bit. So, okay, so let's move that out of the way. And we need a piece of grid paper. So today, did I figure out? We're going to be using these three colors: Lemon Lime Twist, Peach Pie, and Lemon Lolly. I think that's what it is. Yes, Lemon Lolly. So aren't they just kind of nice sherbety type colors today? So we're going to use that. And then we're also using, I got to find it. Yes, Nancy, the Full of Life designer paper. I'm in love with this paper. If you have not seen this paper, it is like perfect for summer cards. Total perfect for summer cards. Okay, so if you want to start your wish list, you can make sure, here's my June host code right there that you can use, especially, and then get that card kit too in July after June sales close. Okay, look at all this fun color. When you first kind of look at it, it's really, it kind of like makes you stop and think, how am I going to use this? But once I think you start creating with it, you're going to find that you're going to come up with tons of ideas. And look at all that funness on the back. I'm a tie-dye girl. I loved, you know, we did Girl Scouts, so I love that tie-dye look. And then it's just such bright, happy colors. Okay, so let's see here. Let me just, so there's tons of colors in this paper. I think there's like 17 colors in here. So let's do that. Okay, so let's get going on our first card. So we're gonna do, we're gonna incorporate heat embossing into this. So I didn't finish saying hello. Hi Shirley and Betty, welcome. So I'm gonna start with, I think this is 5.5 square, because I want a little bit bigger area, because we are going to stamp all those leaves at once. And I gotta grab the stamp set somewheres. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. Let's see. So I've had it on my big block. This is the block. Yeah, what is this block again? Or F. This is block F, and it totally needs a clean. I just use hand sanitizer to get all this. Can you guys see how dirty this is? It is dirty. I don't know. It's like a gunk all over it. So we're going to use that, and we're going to, here's my big tip on how to get these lined up so you can die cut them all at once, okay? Because we're going to do some heat embossing on here, and then we're going to die cut. So I simply turn it so the cut side is down, just like as you would on a platform, okay? And I'm going to, so my stamp image side is down. This is the side that I want to touch the block with. Okay, so I just kind of, on this big one, I just kind of put it up there, but you can see how just so it kind of falls in place because it's such a big stamp. And then we're going to take these other ones and just make sure they fall in that die cutting area that it's supposed to. And I feel like my stamps need to get washed here. They feel a little dirty. Okay, so we've got them all. This is the flat side up. And then we are going to grab, you might take you a minute to kind of figure out how to put it on the block. All right, there we go. And then just press. All right, and look at that. The die, everything is all lined up. So now when we stamp this, it's going to be perfectly lined up so we can do one swell, just one run through the die cut and emboss machine and be done. Okay, isn't that really cool? Okay, so, but first we need to do we're going to add a little bit of color to this, okay? So I am going to open up all my ink pads, and I had another piece already done, and oh, I got some gunk there. Oh well, I'll have to clean that. And do you guys know if this happens to you, what you do? I just kind of take either a baby wipe or a paper towel, and then I'll just blot at that, okay? And try to bring up, you can see the colored ink is coming up. All right, and I got some over in this corner too, and I didn't add more ink to it. I don't know if I have Lemon Lally on my desk. I don't. And then I would just kind of take and just add a little bit more ink to that area, okay? So that way it's not, must be I had a speck or something. So that way it's not going to intermix, and turn the rest of your ink pad all colored, okay? And then just re-ink it. Okay, so we are going to do direct to paper, no blending. You know, we could, I didn't do, all the others are direct to paper, so let's do a little blending, okay? So I'm going to just, got lint on this brush. It must have fallen on the floor. So let's do a little bit of blending. This will totally give us a totally different color. So I'm going to start with yellow here. And you can make it as light as you want because we're doing bold paper. So I'm going to try to make it kind of intense, okay? Hi, Colleen. Welcome. There we go. So let's do some blending. Hopefully I have all the brushes I need. Okay, there's yellow, but let's grab a peachy color. I use this for pumpkin pie. So I want to just make sure. And you don't have to clean your brushes. I mean, if you want to, you can take and wash these in like some warm water until it goes clear. And then let it dry overnight. I mean, try to blot out. I mean, just blot. Because you don't want to be too rough on your bristles there. So at least the majority of that's off. So let's grab some peach pie next, okay? And we're going to work our way. Let me turn this. Always start off the paper. So, oh, look at that. That totally. So you don't get too intense. I might just go back with a little bit more yellow here, just to kind of soften that line a little bit so it looks like it's blended and not so harsh, okay? So it's graduation weekend here, so last night, of course we live way off the road, so I didn't hear like, they have a senior parade where all the kids get in their cars and they drive through our village. And everybody comes out of their houses and waves and everything back to them. So that was last night, and we totally missed it because I wasn't paying attention in the paper. But also we did hear fireworks. One of our neighbors is graduating, and her family threw off some fireworks when she went on by. So that should have been my key that it was done. I got to remember it's always right before graduation. Of course, they didn't do that when my daughter graduated. It kind of came about with COVID. So, okay, we're going to keep blending in here because I really want to soften that a little bit and intense this. And I kind of just put my hands on here versus the brush. Kind of gives me more control whether I want a lot more pressure or to make it lighter. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, so let's close up these. Hi, Carolyn. Welcome. Okay, so all the way from the UK. Yay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I think we'll be okay. All right, we'll just avoid that area because we're really not using the whole thing. But let's see. Let's clean this up, though. Okay. I think we'll be okay. So now we're going to take, we've already mounted our stamps, okay? We're going to do some heat embossing. So the first thing when you're going on a heat emboss, so we just did all this blending, and now our cardstock is wet from all that ink. There's a lot of moisture on it. So you want to take the embossing buddy that comes in the embossing kit, okay? And you can find that, I did look it up because I had a hard time finding it. You can find it in the 24 to 25 annual catalog on page 126. And this is where you can find all our embossing supplies. We've got the Versamark pad, what I'm going to use here for our ink, okay? Because in order for embossing powder to stick, you need like a sticky ink. So Versamark or our white craft works well. And then we have two collections of embossing powders, and actually they're both available. They weren't available for the longest time, but they are back in stock. I'm pretty sure. The basics, which is white, black, and clear. And then there's metallics, which is like a bronze, gold, and a silver. Okay. And then, of course, our heat tool. And I don't have the new heat tool out. I've got my trusty old one out that I keep at my desk because it's fast and quick. So, but the embossing buddy comes in, does it show that? It doesn't show the embossing kit. But you can see it on the embossing tray, which is right here. Okay, it comes with the tray, your buddy, and your tweezers to help hold whatever you're working on, so you don't get too close. So this is like a powder in here, and I'm gonna rub this over. It's gonna help reduce the static. So when we put powder on, we stamp our images and then put our powder on, it's gonna help that powder sticking where we don't want it to stick, okay? So let's do this. I just wanna make sure it dries out that cardstock, okay? And make sure you have, I always like to get a refill with my Versamark because embossing takes up a lot of ink because you don't want it too dry. And I just sprinkle a little bit on and just kind of rub it in. This is like a sponge type pad, and it's been well loved. Yours, a new one, would look definitely whiter, but you know, you always want to cover it up when you're done because I've got lots of powder in mine. Okay, so I like to just kind of go like this and just kind of tap it all over and coat that stamp, okay? There, I think that's good, so close that up. So let's see, can we get this to work? Oh yeah. All right, so this is where a Stamparatus would really work really good if you had one of those. And then press well, okay? Want to make sure that, give that Versamark to kind of hit the paper. And one thing about Versamark, can you kind of see where it leaves like a watermark image on our cardstock? It will do that. And let's grab some white powder. I have one tray that I keep totally for white, so so I don't have to clean it all the time. So I label it, and I'm a dip and slide it off. You could use a piece of paper, copy paper, if you didn't have a tray. Oh, let's grab a brush. Let's see. I hope I did. Yeah, I did do white. I had clear out. So I got a little bit there. Now, you could let this sit for the longest time as long as you don't disturb it, okay? Disturb the powder. But until you're ready to emboss. So it's not like you've got to do it right away. It's not like the powder is gonna blow away or anything like that. So you can let it sit just like that, okay? But we're ready to emboss, and I hate powder all over. So do all your embossing at once because it does make a mess. Okay, this is gonna get loud, but let's once it gets heated up, you're gonna see the magic happen, okay? So let's see, you just kind of keep your tool moving, okay? And I just like to work, you know, one area to the other. Can you see how it's just melting that powder? There it goes. Let me move it so you guys hopefully get a good view. So it's not in the light. Lighting's bad today. I'm trying to look, see, and not burn my cardstock. Okay. So just make sure it all looks nice and glossy and all that powder is melted. And it doesn't take long once your tool is all heated up. Okay, let's move that. So look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Look at that. I'm going to set that one aside because I want it to cool. Well, you know what? We'll just keep going. Let's see. So let's let that cool for a minute, okay? And then we'll do some die cutting. In the meantime, let me just move these brushes out of the way. Here we go. We're going to cut. We're going to use that Full of Life designer paper. I think this will go okay with it, this side. So, I think so, right? Yeah, I think it'll be okay. So we're going to cut this down to 3.5 inches, okay, by 5 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to, and then we can, this is going to be for our envelope, okay? Yeah, that'll be good. And actually, I'm going to cut this one down so it's I want a 1/2 inch strip here for inside, okay? So we've got those 2 pieces in that. So we're going to make a note card, all right? And I had some somewheres. Oh, here we go. As I said, my desk is a mess. I need a bigger desk. It never feels big enough. Okay. So this is our note card. I love note cards. Everything's cut, everything's scored, and it comes with an envelope. It is like the best thing in the world, okay? Hi, Sherry, welcome. I think this is clean, so let me throw that there. And let's glue on here. We'll glue this together. My glue bottle's getting a little empty. I need to refill it. But this is multi-purpose glue. That's what I love to use. If you're not a fan of it, I think when you use it more often, you get to get more comfortable with it. Okay, so we're just going to bring that up to the fold, and then if you're a paper saver, I'm going to just trim this off just a hair, and then I have this to use on another card for some scrap. So you can make some really fun scrappy strip cards with them. Okay, we'll give this a little haircut. Who else is a fan of note cards? Anybody love note cards? I'm missing the vanilla ones that retired last year, but it's making do. Okay, there's our envelope. And then let's add our card front on, okay? Let's see, I think I want that. Let's do this. You know what? Maybe I will wait till we decide which side of this we should use, okay? So we'll set that aside. So let's do our die cutting instead, all right? So we're gonna bring in our die cut and emboss machine. So let's do that. And we do need the standard machine, okay? And I'm gonna put this down. So let's see if this is all gonna line up perfectly or not. It should. Every other one that I did today was perfect. Okay, I think that looks good. Look at that, isn't that cool? And now let's run it through our machine, okay? I do use our old magnetic platform that we have. I just can't give it up. So it just makes things so much easier for me to use. Okay, so there's that. And so you could kind of keep this. There's a lot of scrap on here that you can use for another card. Isn't that pretty? Now look at these. Aren't they just gorgeous? It's when you if you keep your lines closer together, you can get definitely a lot more variation, like as you can see in these leaves here. Of course, these are kind of subtle colors that we have, okay? But we have more. I have some samples to share with you. So we're going to just use this. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with this side. It's a little bit more contrast, okay? So let's add this on. I was just deciding which side to put up. Okay, let's do this. And there will be a blog post on this as well in the coming days, okay? Because I just think it's such a cool, fun card to create. There we go. Okay, I'm going to just trim this just a hair. It's just got a little bit overhanging. That's why I always do the fold down so it's easier to trim. Okay, then we're going to add some. So actually, I'm going to save these for another card, okay? And let's see, dimensionals. So let's grab some dimensionals. And do you guys want to make another card with these or just see some samples? Let me know in the comments if you want to see more. You've been creating larger, not note size yet. Oh, Sherry, I love doing note card size. Makes it simple and fast. There we go. And it makes a cute little gift for somebody too, because you can do layering. Just sometimes a stamp set, a full-size card just sometimes feels overwhelming too. All right, look at that. So let's pull in a stylish shape die. I love this label die. This is like perfect right here. Okay, so let's do the word let's celebrate from that stamp set, Simply Said. Boy, my mat here is total dirty. I gotta definitely clean this afterwards. Okay, so this just fits on here, so you gotta be careful. Good thing it's photopolymer. Just give that. See, there's not much room left. Okay, so we are gonna just kind of put this where this side is going to be flat, and then this side will be raised. Okay, You usually make your own. Oh, Carol, they're so much easier because it comes with that beautiful envelope. Okay, let's add a little bit of adhesive on that end, and you get 20 in a package too, so that's really nice. Okay, let's just kind of, oh, my dimensional's just a little bit sitting on that. I'm trying to get it straight. There we go. Okay, isn't that sweet? So we're gonna also pulling in my box. This is what I do. When I visiting with people or watching TV at night, I like to just sit there and make bows. So I have a ton on hand, and I got some glue dots here. So let's take a mini glue dot. This is our silver and white sheer ribbon, which I love. It's just kind of enough. So do you guys think we should add some rhinestones to this? Because I wasn't quite sure. Let's see, let's do this way and this way, okay? Isn't that sweet? I love this ribbon. It just adds enough. So what do you think about bling? Well, you're answering in the comments. We're gonna add this 1/2-inch strip to the inside of our card. Okay, another card, please, Colleen says. Okay, we can do another card. So we'll just have to pull out some designer paper, though, because I did not, we're doing this on the fly. Here we go. So just that little bit of scrap there, it kind of coordinates. It's taken off this end that we cut off, you know, when we cut our 5 inches. So that way the color goes. We've got the green up here and the more orangey color down there. So kind of keep that in mind when you're adding and embellishing, all right? And there we go. Okay, yes, a few blings. All right, so let's add some rhinestones to this. I don't think we need a ton. I like to use up my little pieces here. Let's grab our take your pick tool here, and let's just add that, and let's see, let's go here. Does that look good? I guess that, I'm not sure if I like that there. Let's just move it down a little bit. We're gonna go down here. All right, what do you think? How's that? Cool? Isn't that just pretty? I love the embossing. Embossing really doesn't take much time. It's just messy to me anyways. All right, so let's, what did I do with my designer paper again? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. So we've got that. So this is my other, because I pulled out 12 sheets, the 12 designs, and let's see what we have left, because I like to make sure I use everything accordingly. So we've got, that could be a possibility. Definitely not that. No, that's too busy. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think this one. Like, let's see. I think this one, okay? So you can have fun just mixing and matching, okay? So we're gonna do 3.5 inches again. You can just kind of remember which side you want. So I kind of put my, and I'm gonna go from here down, okay? So at 3.5 inches, got that. And we only need 2 inches for our envelope. So I'm going to, I want a little bit of this for the inside of my card, okay? So here's for our envelope. That's for the inside of our card. And then we need, let's see, which end do I want to cut off? I think I want more green. So we need 5 inches here. So here's another scrap that's left, okay? All right, so we need another note card and envelope. All right, bling. Okay, so glad you guys love the bling, right? And I didn't put bling on my samples, but I will later. Okay, let's, yeah, I think I want the orange up there. So let's do this. Glue. That's our designer paper here. Let's fold it, make sure it looks good, and we do need a little haircut here. Just a tear, you know, sometimes it's, you might not even notice it. Sometimes it's better just to leave it alone, and having our snips is really great for this. So you really want like a sharp pair of scissors when you're trimming just a hair. Okay, and that's all it is. Good thing my waste can's right there. Okay, it's like perfect. So we've got that, we've got, let's just do our envelope, get our gluing all done. At this. Give it a haircut. So, who has plans to beat the heat tonight? We, Friday night in the summertime, we meet up with some of our car friends and sit around and chat. We meet at a local ice cream joint and visit with each other. So that's always fun in the summertime. Hopefully the rain stays away, because there is some rain around. And nobody likes to bring out their old cars in the rain. Okay, so we're here. So this is really a simple background. So we're gonna put this one on flat. Okay, everybody still with me? All right, so let's put this one on flat. Okay, it's definitely like, gotta give it a little shake here. Get the glue going. There we go. Let's kind of angle this. And then let's use some dimensionals. So I'm going to grab in a couple minis for these smaller leaves. Okay. Maybe we'll just go mini, mini, and then I have some regular ones somewheres. Oh, here they are. So let's put a couple down here. Here we go. This would make a great, just any kind of card, you know. Thinking of you, which I have a few I need to send out and I haven't done it. Okay, so we're just going to kind of angle that. So it's very simple. You could even like emboss this background. That would really add some texture to it, because this is kind of not too much of a busy pattern, but embossing would have been really cool with this as an afterthought. So let's grab, if we could use a different greeting. No, I think that's going to be too wide. We're going to stick with our little skinny one again, and we will do let's celebrate again, because that could be like birthday or any kind of celebration that you have coming up. There we go. I can't wait for you to see we're going to put the glue on the other end, the let's end this time, and then a couple more dimensionals for the other end. There we go. That one was easier to line up. Give that a little oomph. And let's grab another bow and dimensionals. And let's just stick it down here. My bow feels wonky. Okay, let's see. We're gonna angle these. I'm gonna keep them short. There we go. Look at that. It's pretty. So I wonder what other, I guess we're gonna use some bigger rhinestones this time because there's a lot of dead space on here. A lot of wide open space. So let's go here. I'm gonna go all large rhinestones. And there. Okay, we got lots of nice large bling. Okay, so let's add this. So remember, kind of keep an eye, like it looks so much nicer if you kind of can, you know, get it in succession. So I'm going to just add, so it's a 1/2 inch wide, so I'm going to just add a little layer of adhesive down here, and let's just lay this down. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good. Make sure that's done, and then we'll give it a little trim. There we go. Okay, card number 2. So, where's my first one? Aren't they just sweet and darling? Look at those. Okay, let's clean up this desk, all right? And then I'll show you some more samples because you're gonna, I love them. I want to keep making more of these. I just think you could just have so much fun with these. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. So these were from the same embossing, and let me make sure I zoom out here. There we go. I wasn't zoomed in too much. So here's another color scheme right here that I did, okay? This one's Coastal Cabana. I kept my ink pads together. Lemon Lime Twist and Daffodil Delight. Aren't they sweet? So I need to do that one. And then this one is Daffodil Delight, Poppy Parade, and Blueberry Bushel. I love that one too. I think that's really cool. You know, and you can get more tone effects just by turning it a little bit more, you know, to try to get more different colors of the leaves. That way, if you wanted to keep your color lines a little bit shorter, you're going to get more variation, okay? And you could do the same effect by just embossing these on the designer paper. That would be so cool too, okay? Where's my cards? Here we go. I had to think here. So here's this one right here too. This is another one that I didn't get to finish. So this one is Berry Burst, Petunia Pop, and then Fresh Freesia. So can you see the differences right there, you know? So that one's really cool. It's kind of a little bit more monochromatic. Okay. All right. So how do I want to line these up for you all? I'm going to save. So I did one in black embossing. So isn't that kind of sharp looking right there? And then here's the other 2 leaves that I didn't get a chance to do. So I think those will be still kind of cool. Let's see. Oh yeah. This one is clear embossing powder right here. Can you see the difference? So it's not as sharp. It's a little bit more subtle. All right. Aren't they just fun? I love these. And then here's the other designs in that too, right there. The other 2. So you don't have to like let them go to waste. Here's a full-size card. All right, so just using the paper, and then I did do this bunging, or the, you know, direct ink to paper look. I love this. This is so bright and happy, isn't it? Isn't that a great birthday card? And then just, you can stamp just the ink on it. You don't have to use designer paper, all right? Because you are using more of the designer paper and don't have as much scrap. So, I mean, really, doing the mini note card versus full size, I mean, I love the little one. I think it's just kind of like, I don't know, both of them have their advantages. Here's this one right here, all right? And as I said, don't be afraid to save your scraps, because you could like die cut a label out of these, all kinds of things. You could do some more, if you had some smaller images, you could use them to emboss some smaller images or die cut something or whatever. So don't let these go to waste. Kind of use them and so on. All right, so did you love this technique or what? So come back next Monday. I will be having more fabulousness to share with you. Don't forget, it's a 10% off bundle as well, okay? So between now and end of June, June 30th, there's you can get 10% off any bundle. Just look in the online store under the promotions, and you're going to see the bundle savings there. And I think that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and our hearts, and share this video with others. So thanks so much, and if there's anything I can help you with, feel free to message me. Have a great weekend, everybody.